Peer pressure is so stupid, and most people have had to deal with it at some point in their lives. But before I get into that, the goal for today's video is to build a staircase for the mind. Also, I just quickly want to thank you guys for 250 subscribers. We've hit this milestone way quicker than I thought we would, and as I promised, the Discord server's link is now in the description and in the comment section. Loads of you have been asking for a Discord server, and I decided, you know what, this is the perfect time to do it. And yeah, I hope you guys join and have a great time in there. When it comes to peer pressure, it obviously depends what you're getting peer pressured into. If the people around you are peer pressuring you into playing football in the weekend and you don't want to do it, you know, that's really not that deep. You can't really fault them for just wanting to play some football with their friend. But when it comes to peer pressuring people into doing drugs, that's what really annoys me. And that's pretty much what this video is about. So when I was younger, probably around 15 or 16 years old, a lot of people in my year already started drinking alcohol, and I was super against it, so I was not doing it at all. At the time, I was really close to people that loved partying, and naturally I got invited to a lot of different things, and I went to all of them. I never viewed these opportunities as a time to drink. Instead, I viewed these opportunities as spending time with my friends. So I'd end up rocking up to these parties, and I would just be completely sober the whole time, and I still had a lot of fun. But every single party I would end up going to, more and more people would just ask me to drink because I was the only one there not drinking at all. And you know, for a while I always just ended up saying no, but I eventually gave in. And that wasn't enough for these guys. I already started drinking, but they wanted me to get drunk. The new thing at these parties was, let's try get Artun drunk because he's never been drunk before. I mentioned in a previous video how super heavyweight I am when it comes to drinking, and pretty much every time I drank, it just did not matter how much I drank, I just would never get drunk back then. But again, I eventually gave in, and at some point I got super drunk, and that was mentioned in another video as well. But when it comes to alcohol and drugs, that's the only time I've truly given in to peer pressure. In my life and with the people around me, I've seen peer pressure mostly in vaping and smoking weed. Luckily for me, I've never smoked anything in my life, and I'm never planning to. But a lot of my close friends were not as lucky, and they definitely did get into that trap. In fact, when I was younger, me and a couple friends agreed on never smoking anything in our lives. But out of that pact, I'm the only one standing now. And honestly, it's really sad to see because all of this started so young. For example, every single one of my friends that have tried vaping all tried it at school. No! Oh my, you fucker. You absolute fucker, man. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, the campfire, no. How do you make that again? Man, I don't remember how to make this shit. And it's almost like the creeper was never even there. So as I was saying, most of my friends that ended up vaping all started from the toilets in school. I think we were around 16 at this time, and someone decided to bring a vape into the toilets, and that just made it a trend. Every day I would go into the toilets and there just would be more and more people vaping, and it was actually crazy. People like me who just wanted to go in there to piss could not even do that anymore because the whole toilet was full of people just vaping, and it was so annoying. And a lot of these people were my really close friends, and they still are my really close friends. Maybe the reason why I hate peer pressure so much is because so many of my friends fell for peer pressure. It's just super sad because we were so young, you know. Also, there's two types of peer pressure. The first type is where people just make fun of you, and the second type is when they just try to persuade you into doing something. So the first type is when people make fun of you for not doing an activity. I'm just gonna use vaping as an example here. Every time I would go into those toilets, there would be some people making fun of me because I had never vaped before. But at the same time, there are also people just trying to persuade me, and these were more my close friends. And in my personal opinion, the persuasive peer pressurers are way more annoying. The people that make fun of me is not that deep. Like, I don't really care. You can make fun of me if you want, you know. But the people that try to convince you by saying, you know, it's not that deep, or just do it once, it won't hurt you, bro. Like, you have to respect that I've said no a million times. Like, just forget it. Like, I do not want to do it, you know. Also, the funny thing is, people back in the day would think I'm lame because I really didn't want to vape. But nowadays, the same people always come up to me when I see them and say that they want to be like me. And I'm not saying that in a big-headed way. What I mean is that these people now regret that they tried vaping or they tried smoking weed because it just hasn't led to anything good in their life. I'm not trying to say I'm the best or I'm so cool. I'm not like that at all. Also, another big reason to why people started vaping or smoking weed is because they just thought it was really cool. For some reason, the thought of smoke coming out of your mouth is just really cool. And I'll be completely honest, when vaping first came around, I thought it was really cool as well. I used to love watching people like FaZe Rain and his whole persona of Vape Lord Nord. A lot of younger people just think vaping is cool, and I don't really get it, but I was also like that. But luckily for me, as I said, I never ended up trying it, and I'm so grateful for that till this day. So as I said, I've never vaped or smoked weed, but I have friends that have tried it once, and that's the only time they ever tried it. I also have friends that only do it occasionally. The funny thing is, some of these people call themselves social smokers, and I just find that kind of funny because it's just an excuse to you smoking. But the really sad thing is that I've got friends that have got severely addicted to either smoking weed or vaping. For these people, it started as a light-hearted activity, but now it's completely ruined their lives, and it's so sad to see. I don't actually have any friends that are like super messed up from these drugs, but some of them can't even see a life without the drugs, which is really sad. And as I said, they got addicted at a super young age. They started at like 16, 17, 18, and now they're just super addicted. And some of them think they'll be addicted for life, which is crazy. At first, all of these people were in denial that they were addicted. Back then, when I suggest the idea that they should quit, they would always give me the same response, and it would be, I can quit whenever I want, bro. I'm just doing it because it's fun. Like, trust me, I can quit whenever I want. And, you know, I never believed it, but they believed it with their whole heart, which is so sad. But now all these people have realized how serious addiction is and that they can't just quit whenever they want. In reality, they need to smoke weed to just go to sleep. They need weed just to feel hungry. You know, it's kind of crazy. It's messing with the normal things in life for them. In a nutshell, they can't live without weed. And if I quickly bring it back to vaping, it's got so bad for some of my friends where if they're driving, they still need to vape. The car ride can be 10 minutes, but they'll have a vape in their hand the whole time. Once I was in my friend's car and the journey really wasn't that long. And what ended up happening was he dropped his vape and he started panicking like crazy. He wanted to pull over the car just so he could get his vape so he wouldn't go a whole journey without vaping. I was just telling him to calm down, bro. Like, it's a 10-minute journey, you do not need to vape, but he wouldn't understand. And that just shows how bad addiction can get, and this is just the beginning. Some people turn to the life of drugs because they're so down and they just feel like there's nothing else that they could do. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. What I'm saying is my friends are people that have come from good families and they've been to good schools. There's no need for them to do drugs, but they have got seriously addicted to it, and it's just really sad, man. The good thing though is most of my friends really do want to quit. Most of them see the harm that's causing them and they know that they want to quit eventually. But I genuinely have friends that don't want to quit at all and they just love their life, and honestly, respect. Like, you can do whatever you want, you know, it's your life. Who am I to tell you to stop? But because I'm your friend, I will always tell you to slow down, or, you know, it would be great for you to stop. But I'm not your mom. I can't just tell you to stop and you'll stop, you know. It is your life at the end of the day. Also, different people fight addiction in different ways. I have this one friend that was super addicted to vaping, super addicted to smoking weed, and out of nowhere one day he decided he wanted to quit, and he just went cold turkey and quit both of them at the same time. And now he just does it occasionally, and when I say that, he genuinely does it occasionally. Like, he's not addicted or anything at all. But obviously not everyone can do that. Some people that have tried cold turkey, they just come back worse. I just went on a whole tantrum about addiction, but it's just kind of sad to see my friends and people that I'm close to deal with things like that. I would never relate because I'm not in the same situation as them, but I'll try my best to get them off it because I love my friends and I want to see them succeed in life. And these things are definitely holding them back. Not just with their career opportunities, but just with their health, man. I'm gonna bring this back to peer pressure real quick. I said how different people have different ways of battling addiction. People also deal with peer pressure in different ways. I'm gonna give you a quick example. As I've stated, I'm pretty good at saying no. Over the years, my friends have tried so many times to get me to smoke, and I've always said no. It's got to the point where now when they see other people trying to get me to smoke, they just start laughing because they know there's no chance. A lot of people like smoking when they're drunk, but when it comes to me, I'm actually way more against drugs and vaping and all of that when I'm drunk. My friends have told me even when I'm in my blacked out state, if someone hands me a vape, I'm gonna jokingly like throw it away. I keep going off topic here, so back to the example. I'm pretty good with peer pressure, but I have this one friend that is so bad with peer pressure. He was one of the people that told me he would never smoke in his life. And there was this one time where we were on a trip and I went to go shower for 5 minutes. And I came out of the shower and he had my friend's vape in his hand and he was hitting the vape. And I was like, what happened, bro? I thought you were never gonna vape in your life. And he's like, oh no, this guy told me that I should vape, so I just did it. I was just bamboozled. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you didn't have to do that. Another time with this friend was way back in the day when I hadn't even had my first drink yet. He was also like me and he was against drinking at the time. But we were at a friend's 16th birthday party and everyone was having beers. People kept offering it to us and I kept saying no. But when I looked over at my friend, he was drinking the whole bottle. People can literally go up to him and just say, you should try this, and he'll just do it. And that just truly highlights how different people react to peer pressure. And honestly, that's all I wanted to say. If you guys have any thoughts on this topic, please do leave it in the comments below. If you ended up enjoying this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you're still watching till now, you're definitely enjoying it. So you might as well click on the video that just popped up. Or don't, it's obviously up to you. Thank you guys for watching and have a great night. Peace.